So now we have the quotient rule. So let's say you have x to the 7th over x squared. Well, then what you really have is x times x times x. I don't know why I picked 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then over x times x. Well, each x over x, that's just a 1. And then that's just a 1. So you have 1 times 1, this is 1. And then you have all these x's that are left, and so that equals x to the 5th. So we get that by subtracting the exponents. So the rule says if you have a to the m over a to the n, again the bases have to be the same, that's equal to a to the m minus n. Now subtraction's not commutative, so you have to remember it makes a difference which one you put first, okay? So it's the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. And that's the quotient rule of exponents. So let's do some examples. Write each of the following. It says products. I think they should say quotients there. I think that's a mistake. But anyway, I went by what the book said. And then it says, do not simplify further. I have a tendency to go by the textbook because I figure we all have the textbook, so, or access to it. All right, so on A here, you have a base of -2. They're both -2. And then you have an exponent of 14 and an exponent of 9. So it's going to be -2. Now you could write this out as 14 minus 9 and then do the subtraction on the next step. But it's going to be -2 to the 5th power. And we're not going to multiply it out. It would be -32, but we'll just be happy with that. Okay. Now, the next one, I have base of t, right? So I want to go 23 minus 15. What's that? 8? T to the 8th power. And we're done. Now this one's kind of different, right? You've got a z square root 2. Now that's, a little different expression there, but it's okay. That's the base. And in the denominator, that's also the base. Again, you can put the 1 there to remind yourself that that's a 1, an exponent of 1. So you keep the base the same. I think that's why they made it kind of a tricky base. So you'd know to keep it the same. And then you're going to go 5 minus 1, which is 4. And we're just going to leave it like that. Now, note that I put a line through my z. That's so I don't confuse it with a 2. So if you have problems with that, I suggest you do that too. All right, that is the quotient rule.